Have you ever found yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., staring at the ceiling or checking the clock, wondering why sleep just won't stick around? If you're nodding your head right now, you're not alone, especially if you're over 60. I bet you've thought, what's going on with me? Why can't I sleep like I used to? Well, here's the good news. It's not your fault, and you're not broken. Those early wake-ups are actually your body and mind sending you a little message, and today we're going to figure out what they mean together. It's not about fighting these moments. It's about understanding them, even embracing them, as a natural part of this amazing season of life you're in. So, grab a cup of tea, get comfy, and let's dive into why this happens and what it really means for your health and sleep. First off, let's talk about something that's changing inside you as you age. And no, it's not something to feel bad about. Your body makes a hormone called melatonin, and it's like the gentle conductor of your sleep orchestra. When you were younger, it was loud and strong, keeping you snoozing through the night. But as you've gotten older, wiser, I should say, that melatonin production starts to dial down a bit. Picture a flashlight that's slowly dimming. It's still there, still working, but it's not as bright as it once was. That's why you might drift off just fine at bedtime, but find yourself wide awake at 3 a.m., like your sleep switch flipped off too soon. Take Harold, for example. He's 72, retired, and loves his morning coffee on the porch. But for the past few years, he's been waking up at 3 a.m., just lying there, wondering why he can't stay asleep. At first, he thought he was doing something wrong. Maybe too much coffee, maybe not enough exercise. But here's the truth. It's not a failure on his part. It's just his body producing less melatonin, which makes it harder to keep sleep going all night long. And that's totally normal. Aging shifts things around a little, and that's okay. It's not a flaw. It's just a sign of how your body's adapting over time. Now, if this sounds familiar to you, don't worry. There's something you can do about it. You could try dimming the lights in your house a couple of hours before bed. Think soft lamps instead of bright overheads. That helps your body cue up whatever melatonin it's still making. Or, if you're curious, you could even talk to your doctor about a small melatonin supplement. Nothing drastic, just a little nudge to help you stay asleep longer. It's not about forcing anything. It's about working with your body, not against it. Have you ever tried something like that? I'd love to hear about it in the comments below. Share your story with me. But melatonin's just one piece of the puzzle. There's something else going on that might explain why 3 a.m. feels like your new wake-up call. And it's tied to something pretty fascinating about how your body keeps time. As you've moved into your 60s, 70s, or beyond, your internal clock, the one that tells you when to sleep and when to wake, starts shifting forward a bit. It's called advanced sleep phase. And it's like your body's decided to tune into an earlier station on the radio dial. Ever notice how you're ready for bed at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m.? But then you're blinking awake at 3 a.m., wondering why you're up before the birds. That's your clock moving ahead. And it's not because you're doing anything wrong. It's just what happens naturally as you age. Let me tell you about Eleanor. She's 68, a retired teacher who loves knitting and her grandkids. A few years back, she started feeling sleepy right after dinner, sometimes as early as 6:30 p.m. She'd head to bed by 8, fall asleep easily, but then, bam, 3 a.m. rolls around, and she's awake. At first, she fought it, thinking she needed to stay up later to fix her schedule. But here's the thing, her body wasn't broken. That earlier sleep rhythm is just how her internal clock adjusted over time. It's not a mistake. It's her biology settling into a new groove. And honestly, there's something kind of beautiful about that, don't you think? Your body's still keeping time, just on its own terms. So what can you do if your clock's shifting like Eleanor's? One simple trick is to lean into it a little. If you're sleepy at 8 p.m., that's fine. Go to bed. But try keeping that bedtime consistent every night. It's like setting a gentle rhythm your body can follow. You don't need to force yourself to stay up late watching TV or scrolling on your phone. That might just make you feel more tired the next day. Instead, listen to what your body's telling you. Maybe you've noticed your own sleep shifting earlier. Does that ring a bell? Drop a comment and let me know what you've experienced. I'd love to hear how your nights have been going lately. The best part? Understanding this stuff doesn't just explain those 3 a.m. wake-ups. It gives you a way to feel good about them. You're not failing at sleep. You're just in a new chapter where your body's talking to you a little differently. And there's more to it than just melatonin and your clock. Sometimes it's about what's happening with your body or even your daily routine. Stick with me here, because we're going to keep peeling back the layers of why this happens and how you can turn those early mornings into something that works for you. Oh, and if you're finding this helpful so far, give this video a thumbs up. It really helps us reach more folks like you. And if you want more tips to make your days and nights feel even better, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you along for more chats like this. Let's keep this conversation going. What do you think about those 3 a.m. wake-ups now? Share your thoughts below. I can't wait to read them. So, we've been chatting about how your body's melatonin and internal clock might be nudging you awake at 3 a.m. But there's more to this story, because, let's face it, aging comes with a few extra surprises, doesn't it? Sometimes, those wake-ups aren't just about hormones or timing. They're your body tapping you on the shoulder, saying, "Hey, I need a little attention over here," and that's not a bad thing. It's just another way you're being clued into what's going on inside. Think about it. As you've racked up all this wisdom over the years, your body's picked up a few aches and needs along the way. Those can play a big role in why you're staring at the clock in the middle of the night. Take Charles, for instance. He's 75, a former mechanic who still tinkers with cars in his garage when he can. Lately, though, he's been waking up at 3 a.m. And it's not because he's dreaming about spark plugs. Sometimes it's his knees. They get stiff and achy after a day on his feet. Other times, it's a trip to the bathroom that pulls him out of sleep. Sound familiar? Maybe you've got a shoulder that twinges when you roll over. Or perhaps you're up because your bladder's decided it's time to say hello. That's pretty common as you get older. Joints stiffen up, and your body's systems don't always wait till morning to get your attention. But here's the key. This isn't something to groan about or feel defeated by. It's your body doing its job, letting you know what it needs. So, what can you do when those physical signals wake you up? You don't have to just lie there feeling frustrated. If it's aches or stiffness, try a little stretch before bed. Nothing fancy, just a gentle reach or twist to loosen things up. Charles started doing a 5-minute stretch while watching the evening news, and he says it's made a difference. Or, if it's those bathroom trips keeping you up, you could cut back on water or tea after, say, 7 p.m. It's not about overhauling your life. It's about small tweaks that tell your body, "I hear you." Have you ever noticed pain or a full bladder waking you up? I'd love to know. Drop it in the comments. It's amazing how much we can learn from each other's experiences. And while your body's talking to you, there's something else that might be shifting those 3 a.m. wake-ups. Stuff you're doing every day without even realizing it. Your habits, the little routines you've built over the years, can throw your sleep rhythm off track. It's like accidentally setting your alarm clock an hour early. You don't mean to, but it happens. As you've gotten older, Maybe you've noticed life slowing down a bit. Dinners might happen earlier, or you're not moving around as much as you used to. Those changes can nudge your sleep earlier too, leaving you wide awake when the clock says 3 a.m. Let me tell you about Gloria. She's 70, loves her garden, and has always been an early bird. These days, she eats dinner around 5 p.m., soup and a sandwich, nothing too heavy. By 8 p.m., she's yawning, and she's asleep by 9. But then, like clockwork, 3 a.m. hits, and she's up, wondering why her eyes won't stay shut. At first, she thought it was random, but then she realized her early dinners and quieter days were shifting her whole sleep pattern. It's not that she's doing anything wrong. Her body's just syncing up to a new rhythm. And that's not a failure. It's just how life evolves as you settle into this chapter. If that sounds like you, there's a way to ease into it. You could try stretching your day a little longer, like taking a short walk after dinner instead of settling into the couch right away. Gloria started strolling around her yard for 15 minutes, just soaking in the evening air, and it helped push her sleep a bit later. Or maybe have a light snack closer to bedtime. Something small, like a handful of nuts or a piece of fruit. It's not about changing who you are. It's about nudging your rhythm so those 3 a.m. wake-ups don't catch you off guard. What's your evening routine like? Do you eat early or wind down fast? Share it with me in the comments. I'm curious to hear what works for you. The beauty of all this is that it's not about fixing something broken. Those wake-ups, whether they're from a stiff joint or an early dinner, are just your body and life talking to you in a new way. And sometimes, it's not even about your body at all. It's about what's going on in your heart and mind. Those quiet 3 a.m. moments can stir up thoughts and feelings too, and that's worth listening to just as much. If you're enjoying this so far, give the video a quick like. It helps us keep bringing you stuff like this. And if you want more ideas to feel great day and night, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to keep chatting with you. What do you think about these wake-ups now? Toss your thoughts in the comments. I can't wait to see what you've got to say. Now, while your body and habits might be part of why you're waking up at 3 a.m., there's another layer to this that's just as important. And it's not about what's happening outside, but what's stirring inside. Sometimes, those quiet, dark hours aren't just your body talking. They're your mind and heart reaching out too. As you've walked through life, gathering all these experiences and memories, it's natural for your thoughts to bubble up when the world's still. Maybe it's a little restlessness, a touch of loneliness, or even some deep reflection about the years behind you. And you know what? That's not a flaw. It's a sign of how rich your life has been and still is. Think about Walter for a minute. He's 73, a widower who used to fish every weekend with his buddies. These days, he's up at 3 a.m. more often than he'd like. And it's not his knees or an early dinner waking him up. It's his mind. Lying there in the dark, he starts replaying those fishing trips, the sound of the water, the laughs with his friends. Sometimes it's a warm memory, but other times it's a pang of missing those days. Ever had that happen to you? Where the stillness of 3 a.m. turns into a little stage for your thoughts? It's not unusual, especially as you get older and life gives you more to look back on. Your mind's not failing you. It's just taking a moment to process everything you've lived through. And here's the thing. That restlessness doesn't mean something's wrong. It's human, and it's okay. Maybe you're thinking about a kid who's grown and gone, a friend you haven't seen in a while, or even what tomorrow might hold. Those 3 a.m. wake-ups can feel like a call to sit with yourself, and that's a powerful thing. But if it's keeping you up too long, there's a gentle way to ease it. Try keeping a notebook by your bed. Nothing fancy, just a place to jot down what's on your mind. Walter started doing that, scribbling a line or two about those fishing trips, and it helped him let go and drift back to sleep. Or maybe call up a friend during the day, share a laugh. It can settle your heart before bedtime. What do you think about when you're up at 3 a.m.? I'd love to hear it. Drop it in the comments and let's swap stories. So here we are, piecing together this 3 a.m. puzzle. It might be your melatonin dipping, your internal clock shifting, a stiff joint, an early dinner, or your mind spinning a little tale in the night. But whatever's waking you up, it's not a mistake or a failure. It's just your body and soul talking to you in their own way. And that's what makes this so freeing. You don't have to fight it. Those wake-ups are natural, a part of aging that's as real as the laugh lines on your face or the stories you tell your grandkids. They're signals, not setbacks, and you can listen to them with kindness instead of frustration. What can you do with all this? You've got options, small, simple things that work with who you are. If it's melatonin, dim those lights at night or chat with your doctor about a little boost. If your clock's moved forward, lean into an earlier bedtime and keep it steady. For aches or bathroom trips, stretch a bit or tweak your water habits. If your days are shifting your rhythm, take a walk or grab a late snack. And if your mind's the one chatting at 3 a.m., give it a place to rest, a notebook, a conversation, a moment of peace. You don't need to overhaul your life. Just pick one thing that feels right and try it out. It's about meeting yourself where you are, with a little self-compassion tossed in. Here's the real gift. Knowing this stuff doesn't just solve a mystery. It changes how you see those wake-ups. You're not broken or bad at sleeping. You're in a season where your body and mind are doing their thing, and you've got the wisdom to hear them out. Maybe 3 a.m. becomes a quiet moment to sip some water, stretch your legs, or smile at a memory before you drift back off. Or maybe it's a chance to tweak a habit and wake up feeling a bit fresher. Whatever you choose, you're in charge, not the clock. You're growing wiser every day, and your sleep's just along for the ride. If this has clicked for you, give the video a like. It means a lot and helps us share this with more folks like you. And if you want more ways to feel good in your days and nights, hit subscribe. I'd love to keep this going with you. Before you go, tell me in the comments, what's one thing you might try next time you're up at 3 a.m.? I can't wait to read what you come up with. You've got this, and I'm rooting for you.